All right, let's make sure we're streaming. Come in. Yeah, looks good there. Back over. We are on recent events. Most excellent. And everything seems to be working, which is out freaking standing. All right. Hello, everyone. This is Ranger X3X, and this evening I'm going to be streaming probably a couple jobs in Power Wash Simulator. I just woke up from a nap, and one of my favorite streamers, if not my favorite streamer, but um, I am my favorite streamer, the narcissist that I am. Uther is taking care of some real life stuff, so he may or may not be streaming today. So I'm going to try to fill the entertainment gap by talking to myself here for an hour or two while I spray water all over the place. So to put out social media stuff, there was Discord link. Here is Twitter or X. I use it mostly for going live notifications. You can also determine very quickly and rapidly what my political leanings are on that website. So, what else do we have? Let's do the subhype emote because, reasons. And now we are going to go in the game. So currently we have about $2,500. We're at 75 stars. We need 5 more jobs. Jobs pay 5 stars per job as long as you complete them at 100%. So I need to get at least 3 more jobs completed before I can buy the best pressure washer in the game. Best pressure washer in the game is the Professional Duty Prime Vista Pro. It's gated behind a 90 star rating and 5,000. So I'm going to need a lot more money as well. Problem in the game under the career is that not all of these pay a great amount of money. So here's a sidecar for 150. Here's a helicopter for 600. Clearly different paydays. Clearly you would think this one is going to be more involved, which it will be, but that doesn't mean that the motorbike is not going to be deceptively small. So what we're going to do is, and again, you see the 5 stars, they'll fill up white once they're completed. Every job pays 5 stars. So in career mode, I'm gonna crack a beer. Cheers. Happy weekend, everyone. So yeah, we're just going to get into it. Start with clean the motorbike and sidecar. You may have seen the pics of my hubby and I becoming the first sidecar to complete the 24-hour Great Plains Challenge. Everyone thought the tracks were just too bumpy and 24 hours in the seat too restrictive, but it was no problem at all. When I got uncomfortable, I just took my hands off the throttle for a second and gave them a shake. The brutal 5-hour rever section sure took it out on the sidecar, though. Can you clean it up? By the way, Bobby wondered if you knew any chiropractors. Yeah. I mean, these things are kind of cute, but so let's just jump into it. Well, first things first, we haven't done a job indoors in a long time. The last indoor job that I remember was the original job to clean off our power washing van. So we'll check for a secret hidden gnome or soccer ball. We do have we do have the stole, but there's no ladder or scaffolding because there's none required. Bike is the same color as my power wash van. FL, I wonder if they know I'm in Florida. %91 clean. That tire clean? Yeah, that tire's clean. Bonnet. Mid guard or mud guard. Exhaust. What are we missing? Oh, here we are. Exhaust is still not clean. What's still not clean about it? Spoke set. Exhaust. I need a better color. We're gonna go with red. Oh, okay. Well, that was quick and easy. Alright, so clean the motorbike and sidecar. Clean the motorbike inside. I'm just making some stuff for $850. If we go to the details, so the earned amount was double than the value, even though the amounts in both columns are the same. So that's something I'll never understand. All right, so we done with that job? Okay, we're done with that job. That puts us up to this. So the next one we are going to do is clean the fire helicopter. Now the SUV just showed up in our job list, but we're going to go ahead and take care of the helicopter one. And we're going to do that now. KFA. We've got one heck of a dirty copter on our hands. Your buddy Cal got himself into a real spot of bother up on Mount Rushless. Poor guy was so delirious from volcanic fumes he thought the mayor's hellish feline was up there with him. He's fine now, but the copter looks like something dug up from the bowels of the earth, which it nearly was. We've got TV crews arriving later, so if you can do what you do so well, it'd sure get us out of a jam. Thanks again, pal. $600 details. So it's only a $400 job, so there's a $200 difference in this. So I'm getting on this job, the previous job I just did, the sidecar, doubled in value. This only goes up by 200, so I don't understand what that bump is because it never shows. Thanks. Alright, so let's start the job. We're going to be back at the firehouse. This should be the third time we're at the firehouse. First time we did the firehouse, the second time we did a fire engine, and then now we're back at that same firehouse. It appears, yep, the same firehouse. So now we have a soccer ball sighting. I did not know this was here. The reason I'm playing with this is I get a Steam achievement for this in the skate park, knocking it out of the bowl. So interesting. It can go all the way over there and travel basically off map, yet I'm locked here. And in terms of map, it is still allowing me this much access is really interesting considering my job exists literally right here. Alright, so what are we going to do? We're going to try white. Does white help us at all? The red color is not going to work with the fire helicopter. Not very much, no. So we're going to change that back to white. If you can see it, you shoot it. We may need to go to pink or green or blue or something that's just, yeah, totally not part of this helicopter. Yeah, because that's not going to work. So we're going to change this over. Do we have blue? Yeah, that'll work better. Again, we are trying to do this as realistically as possible, even though I am not up on the blades yet. That is the highest point, and I should be there right now, honestly. This is going to be a complicated, messy job. Alright, so this thing is called the hydraulic control unit. I don't... Oh, I do have scaffolding here, but the scaffolding's not going to help me this far up. I'll be honest, for a power washing simulator game, this is actually a very I'm not going to say accurate, but what appears to be a detailed helicopter model. I'm going to have to go to orange because orange or pink because I'm not digging the blue on the chrome. It's hard to see. Green. Let's go with green. We haven't used green in a while. Yep. I'm thinking this assembly, whatever it is going to be a % complete job. Because there's some nook and crannies in there that appear to be the worst I've seen yet in this game. So like we got a % complete there. % complete there. We were obviously not done with it yet. Do I need to hop off here, or what's going on? I'm telling you, Doc, even if I'm goosed on CO2, I can still tell the difference between a limping ginger tomcat and a pyroclastic flow. Well, take that up with the mayor's office, whoever you are. I think you're the alleged pilot of this helicopter. So luckily, so far we've not encountered a situation that's forced us to have to buy cleaning fluid, which, as I mentioned in prior streams, is grotesquely expensive and only lasts a very short period of time. Plus, it's difficult to walk around this thing. now magically have no weight to me. Yay, percentage completion for the win. Oh, they even got a nose step. That's really super realistic. I appreciate that level of detail. But the, honestly, the helicopter blade should have been nose step as well, I would think. But I'm not a helicopter mechanic, so I have no idea. So this thing is the engine mount. It's just a square. Yay! I think I'm going to run the percentages for this. I missed that message. What was that message? One thing's for sure, letting the chief know my predicament saved my smoky bacon. I owe you one thing. I can't tell if the developers are Canadian or European. I'm gonna go Canadian, maybe. Alright, let's go with the magical extendo wand. Yay, very nice. That's super cool. I like that. I'm glad this game isn't hyper realistic where it's expecting you to get every single nook and cranny. That would be severe overkill. And certainly not what this game is about. I think this game has the appropriate amount of tension. And it's far... I've been trying to get back into PC Building Simulator, and this is by far more relaxing. The thing that holds PC Simulator down is there's no way to click on a part in a customer's build and immediately bring that part up in the shop. No, that doesn't happen in real life. You got to go to a store and manually type in what you're looking for, but they should have allowed you to build preset lists for, hey, here's this computer that makes this, can play this specific game, and I'll just, instead of having to copy paste from the notepad functionality which exists in the game, I can just one-click order that computer build. And I can call it my build. I can call it the X3X Alpha, the XDX Bravo. They needed to go hog wild in the whole parts ordering system to make it more user-friendly, less draconian. There was another good thing that came out of it. You remember we moved into Florine's old place? No, I don't even know who you people are. You keep talking to me like I'm your next door neighbor. Sorry. I'm just dude with the power washer doing dude things. Okay, we just need a little bit on this engine, and I think we're good. There we go. So what is that? That's the engine mount? Oh, that's still terrible. Taking off the extendo one. We're trying to take it off. No. I'm stuck on shit. So there's two engines. Alright, so we got the engine mount clean. I'm not gonna go too hard on the body up here, because I think we're gonna get a percentage completion at some point. I know it says no step, but this is a power washing game. Alright, give me a break. Alright, we'll get that done. Damn, this is nasty. How could he go to a volcano, yet the firehouse and the fire truck that didn't go to the volcano have the same exact soot? This ain't doing shit. I'm literally hitting it right here. There we go. Alright, I do see some green up there, but we're going to go for percentage completion at this point. So this is just fuselage generic. How many fuselages is game counting? Just a single one. Alright. So we're just going for straight volume at this point. That's the water tank, that's the fuselage. So, how many landing gears? It's got to be more than one landing gear. Yeah, landing gears are 3. So it's this landing gear that has something on it. What is the part I'm missing? Oh. What the fuck am I missing? Is it top? But it's the top. Yep. Exactly what it was. Man, it is hot in here. Righty. I'm up to 4 stars now. 80% of the job complete. I don't even know what this hose thing is here. Is this like to collect water from a river or something? Oh wow, that was a big credit right there. So the water tank door probably got a lot of filth on the opposite side. Or underneath, yep. Nice. Snorkel. I guess that was what you would call it. Yay. So we're 97% done. Still got water tank detritus we have to deal with. Why isn't that getting clean? I'm gonna have to... Where's my stool? I think we're gonna have to get in on this inlet somehow. Yeah, there's a lot of heavy dirt in there. You take off the extendo wand. Go back to orange. Oh boy. Yeah, and I do appreciate the level of detail they put into this model. For a power washing video game, this is pretty cool. What am I missing on this water tank? It's got to be at 99%. Oh, there it is. Yep. We got that strut while I was up there. Landing gear. That counts as landing gear, so what? Oh. These landing gear are super freaking touchy, and apparently so is the tire. So we're at 99% done of this job. Cockpit ladder, landing gears. Alright, so we have hydraulic pipes and a cockpit ladder. So this is obviously the cockpit. There we are on the back side. Alright, so now we just need to find the hydraulic pipes. That is hydraulic piping, hydraulic piping. There it is. It's got to be on the top side. Bingo. Job complete. Open the tablet to continue. Not too shabby. Flawless again, you're a class act FA. I don't even know what FA stands for. As it happens, when the TV crews and senators found out we'd only rescued Cal and not the cat, they were a no-show. Still, at least the copter will be nice and clean to go back to Columbus. Wherever Columbus is, that's the first indication of a city. Thanks again. You're welcome here at any time. And if you ever fancy adding an element of danger to your hose work, let me know. I'll put in a word. $600 of $600. Again, there's this phantom $200 that's built in. If you look at the values from left to right, from the value compared to the earned columns, they're the same amounts. So I don't know where the $200 is coming from, but I'll take it. Overview messages. So we'll go ahead and continue. We're at 85 stars. We're only one job away from getting the gate restriction removed from the best pressure washer in the game, the Professional Duty Prime Vista Pro. But we're not going to earn 1,000 some dollars or more than $1,000 in one job. So that's going to take a couple more jobs to do that. So level complete. Let's go back to career mode. That leaves us clean the SUV. We're going to actually save this one for tomorrow, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap the stream up with this at this point. For those who did stop in, if I missed you, I apologize. I am going to throw out the social media stuff one more time. There is Discord. I'm on it every single day. That is the best place to get a hold of me. Also use Twitter, mostly for going live notifications. If I do stream again later tonight, it'll probably be closer to the 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time slot. And I'm hoping that I can get back into some type of co-op gameplay with my brother, because it's been a struggle. We've been kind of like out in the wilderness for the last week. We tried Red Dead. It's a beautiful game. I think Red Dead is something I might do single player though. It's just not well designed in terms of hooking up with your friends, doing things. I mean, it just seems like to be an afterthought bolted onto what allegedly is one of the best single player games ever made. And that is the story of Arthur Morgan and his entourage as they deal with changing times. So why am I talking about another game when I've been playing Power Wash Simulator? I have no freaking idea. But if my buddy Uther is able to stream today, I will be over there. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a shout out. Also want to give another shout out to Nudie Newts, because she has hit me up with a couple great raids lately, and I do certainly appreciate that. However, at that time, I did not have a shout out properly configured for her, so I do apologize. There is that. Check her out as well. So I probably will be doing this again tomorrow for a much earlier stream than 6 o'clock at night. But again, one more job to get to the 90 star rating needed, but we still need $5,000 for a pressure washer. So yeah, there's that. I'm also going to do some research offline to determine what exactly is the length of the career mode in Power Wash Simulator, because it'd be interesting to see if this is just an endless progression of jobs, and that would make sense for this type of simulation game, because number one, I should be having to come back at some point in the future and wash this helicopter again, or this firehouse, or the fire engine, or the skate park, because people don't know how to take care of their equipment and they need me. And it's just like lawn mowing simulator. You mow the grass one week, it's going to grow back, and you have to mow it again in a couple weeks, if not the next week. So recurrence in this job makes sense, or in this game system ecosystem, I believe, would make sense. But anyway, everybody take care. If you drink, don't drive, stay home, sleep it off, that kind of stuff. I'll catch you later, possibly tonight, most likely tomorrow, but take care. Ranger out.